This article is from comicbookmovie.com. Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania was one of Marvel's most expensive movies ever, reveals new report. Now, what's incredible is that while the film was CGI heavy, what with the fact that it was based largely in the quantum realm, the visual effects look quite substandard and fairly plain, with a very flat colour palette and a world that appeared to be distractingly fake. Where the money goes in these films, I'll never know. CGI just seems to be declining in quality in Hollywood these days. The article continues. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was supposed to kick off Phase 5 in style. Instead, the movie largely disappointed fans. Wasting Kang and the Conqueror on a battle with Scott Lang was a mistake on Marvel Studios' part, as was the decision to rely on the volume in bringing the quantum realm to life. I wasn't aware that this film made use of the volume. I thought it was mostly green screen, and no doubt a lot of it was green screen. But for those of you who don't know, the volume is also used on The Mandalorian. It's a giant LED display that's used in the background of a set where CG environments can be displayed in real time, so actors have something to act against. Therefore, the visual effects are filmed in camera. Star Trek's Discovery and Strange New Worlds also make use of this technology. It's a virtual production studio by the folks at Pixomondo. It can certainly save money because there's no need to insert the CGI environment in post-production afterwards. But the drawback with this technology is because you're not filming on a green screen, you can't change the background in post-production. So you're basically stuck with what was filmed on the day in the studio. Whatever was on the giant screen, that's it. Now, technically, CG artists can make minor changes to the background, but it's very difficult and very expensive and time-consuming. When they don't have the benefit of a green screen, it's tough. In order to modify footage that was shot using the volume screen, you'd have to do some very elaborate rotoscoping, and like I say, that's costly, painstaking, and expensive. Evidently, the use of the volume in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania didn't save them nearly as much money as they hoped it would. The article goes on, fans spent years waiting to finally explore the subatomic reality, only for it to be deemed bland, forgettable, and lacking in originality. Well, with respect, I don't agree there. I don't believe there was many fans all that interested in seeing the quantum realm on film, but certainly it was bland and forgettable, that's true. The article then says, however, if you thought Marvel Studios was saving money by using the volume, think again. As Forbes has managed to access the UK government's audio-visual expenditure credit, that gives productions like the Ant-Man threequel a cash reimbursement of up to 25.5%. of the money they spent in the country. It said Marvel Studios went over budget by spending a whopping $131.9 million on post-production, bringing the movie's spending up to a whopping $326.6 million. As the site explains, movie budgets are usually a closely guarded secret as studios tend to absorb the cost of individual films in their overall expenses and don't itemize the cost of each one. Films shot in the United Kingdom are exceptions to this rule. The filings reveal its $326.6 million costs, which are a staggering 63.3% higher than the estimate from Variety, which claimed that Quantumania had a production budget of $200 million. $326.6 million. That is enormous. To put that in context, let's take a look back at Box Office Mojo. The film made $476 million at the box office. Keeping in mind the budget of $326 million does not include the marketing costs, which would also have been considerable. Studios also typically receive less of the box office receipts from international markets. That means it's likely the film ended up being a considerable net loss for Disney. So I suppose the film's box office performance was worse than we thought. But I suppose it could be worse. It could have been the Marvels, which made just $84 million domestically and only $206 million worldwide. You know, it all feels like a very long fall from the almost $2.8 billion box office heights of Endgame just 5 years ago. And, incidentally, in the interest of synchronicity, This video is being uploaded on April 24th, 2024, and Endgame came out on April 24th of 2019. There you go. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share the video. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.